This is a HeadGum podcast.
Oh, yeah. Welcome to A Funny Feeling Podcast. I'm Betsy Sidaro.
And I'm Marcy Jarrow. This is a podcast where comedians tell us their paranormal experiences, and we listen to yours as well.
Oh, yeah. And if you have one of these paranormal experiences that you want to share with us, please email it to us at funnyfeelingpod@gmail.com.
Now get cozy.
And prepare yourself to be scared silly.
This is a Funny Feeling podcast. There we go.
Are we rolling?
We're rolling.
Keep rolling.
Hey!
Remember that?
Yeah, Fred Durst.
Fred Durst, never forget.
Never forget. Died in 9/11.
Oh, man. That really got me. Marcy.
Betsy.
I'm going to tell you
Ooh.
about a spooky bar
Ooh.
in Key West, Florida.
I know you love a bar and a spooky.
I love a spooky bar. I want to own a spooky bar one day.
Can I just ask ahead of time, is it haunted by Hemingway?
Oh, my God. No, but Hemingway has been at this bar.
I knew that.
Whoa, how?
Because Hemingway lives in Key West and it's a small town.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, the Hemingway house is down there with the 6-toed cats.
I try to stay away from Florida as much as possible.
That part is interesting. It's not like the rest of Florida, but it's weird too.
No, yeah, I feel I truly haven't been. My grandparents lived in Florida, but I don't remember much of it. But I feel
where?
it would be fun. Like, what?
Do you know where?
I can't remember. I was so little. I remember we went to Disney World and the Captain EO video scared the shit out of me. But I am curious. I think like Key West and Miami.
Yeah.
Is that all the same area?
They're like an hour and a half from.
Okay.
Yeah, Key West is at the very bottom.
Okay, I think that would be fun.
Yeah, it's got mangroves.
Mangoes?
Mangroves trees.
What are those?
It's like instead of like a beach, they have like weird tree roots everywhere because it's like swampy.
Whoa.
They do have some like man-made beaches, but
Yeah.
it's not like, it's like more of swamp than it is.
Whoa.
So it's like a really interesting shoreline.
Okay. Ooh, that's fun.
At least where I saw. I don't know. Anyway.
Hey, okay. Anyways, back to this bar. It's called Captain Tony's Saloon.
Ooh.
Have you been there?
No.
Okay, well then. So it was built in 1851, originally as an ice house and a morgue.
That both of those are upsetting and make sense.
Yeah, like it makes sense.
They're
Or it's
literally
like a store.
Would you like something to refrigerate your meats, or did your mother die?
Yeah, we'll keep it all.
We keep it separate. Don't worry.
Don't worry. We're never going to barbecue your mom. That's outrageous. Well, in 1865, a massive hurricane hit, and a bunch of the bodies from the morgue were washed out onto the streets of Key West.
Chilly little bodies.
Isn't that nasty?
That's really nasty.
Isn't that nasty? Okay, so not only... I feel that's like such a Simpsons joke.
But it's probably because it happened.
Yeah, of like, almost like, oh man, when corpses flood the street, that's when I'll donate to an orphanage or something, and then a bunch of corpses are flooded.
I mean,
you know.
it probably happened to all the port cities are like...
It must have
Yeah.
all the time. Right?
Nasty.
Dead bodies everywhere.
Nasty. Burn
Okay,
'em.
so not only was it a morgue, but it was also, of course, a speakeasy during Prohibition.
Good for them.
A cigar factory. And
Cool.
a wireless telegraph station. So it did
Wireless?
everything throughout all the years.
It's a real
nailed it.
jack of all trades.
The real jack of all trades is Captain Tony's. So when it became a saloon, a lot of notable people have had drinks here. Your man, Ernest Hemingway. I didn't know he lived in Key West.
Yeah. Do you know what his drink was? His signature drink?
No.
It is the daiquiri.
Really?
Not like we think of like a frozen daiquiri,
Yeah.
but like rum and a little bit of muddled fruit.
Whoa.
So Daiquiri's a classic Hemingway drink. He lived there. The house is still there.
Yeah.
And he has a bunch of, it's like all these feral cats that live there, but they're the Hemingway cats, and they're these 6-toed cats.
6-toed cats?
They just look like
they all have 6 toes?
Yeah, because it's a specific like breed.
What?
It's like they're all mutated the same way, but it looks just like they have huge paws.
That really?
Yeah.
That's so weird.
Yeah, it's just like cats. He fed them and kept them, and then
they've just been breeding and
I don't know.
How old is he? He's dead, right?
He's been dead, long dead.
Yeah, did he live there when he was older and not an expatriate?
Yeah, he kept those cats though, and so the people who keep up his house still feed him and stuff.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Those
cats are wild. They're still alive?
Well, they're generations and generations
of 6 toes.
Yeah.
Weird, dude. Okay.
Nasty.
Ernest Hemingway, Truman Capote, Shel Silverstein, Tennessee Williams, and the man who created Margaritaville, Jimmy Buffett.
Oh my God.
Margaritaville.
I love that
Margaritaville
man.
so much.
I love him and Margaritaville.
That fucking mountain of nachos. Hello.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, my butthole after I eat it. I love them. Okay, so people are always feeling eerie things and hearing strange, unexplainable things all over the bar. And that's because a lot of shit has gone down at Captain Tony's Saloon. Bones and skeletons, skeletons are bones, of several people have been discovered in the walls while renovations were happening. During Captain Tony's speakeasy days, a woman killed her child in the bathroom after catching her husband drunk. That's what an article said, and I was like, just drunk is not, no fucking way.
I mean, unless
something
she was like
else.
A teetotaler or something. But to kill your child, to be like, I'm
going to show you.
Look, we got 8 kids, and I'm going to punish you by killing one of them.
Yeah, your favorite one. I feel...
Junior, come on.
Junior, come here. Join me in the bathroom, Junior.
Perfectly normal. Mommy wants you to come to the bathroom even though you don't need to go.
Join me in the bathroom, Mom. Why are you holding my neck? Shush, 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 shush. That's sad.
Oh, infanticide is so sad.
It's very sad.
I mean, it's very comical too, though. You made it. You didn't have to.
You didn't have to do it. And then you did it.
You jerk.
And then you killed it.
You're the worst.
So there's a tree in the middle of the bar that's known as the hanging tree, where they hang
in the middle of the bar. It must be an open air bar.
16 pirates, I think so. They hanged 16 pirates on this tree.
Rude.
Pirates.
I mean, pirates are
Marcy.
bad, so I guess.
But what if they're the fun ones?
What if they were just like the singing songs and hanging off the side of the ship?
What if they were just like workers at Pirates of the Caribbean, the ride?
You mean the animatronic people, Betsy? Those aren't workers.
No, the people who tell you get on the boat and then everybody's like, pirates!
I was like, because the other people who were like...
The other people are great. I don't know how they run around without moving their legs like they do. Okay, and they also hanged a woman who stabbed her husband and 2 children to death.
What is with the women of Key West?
I don't know. When she was caught after murdering them, she was wearing a blue dress that was covered in blood, and so they call her the Lady in Blue. And then they added more of like, because of her blue dress, but also because of the color of her skin when she died. Where it's like, okay, just give me the dress bit.
Whatever story you want to go
give me
with,
the dress
just tell
bit.
us.
And she's the most popular spirit at Captain Tony's Saloon.
All right, bitches.
Yeah.
We're going to...
Yeah, everybody like kind of is afraid of her and hates her, but also wants her to know who they are.
The Parker Posey from Dazed and Confused.
Yes, yeah, exactly.
Freshman whores.
Oh, God. Parker Posey is so good in everything. So she's been, people have like felt her vibe around the bar, but mostly in the goddamn bathroom.
Right, because all those moms are like...
All those moms are killing kids in the bathroom. Come on. Yeah. So a lot of people feel and hear strange things when they're in the bathroom. And there have been multiple times where people are in one stall or like come in and the first stall door is locked, but nobody's in it. So then they go to the next stall and then they hear that door open and slam closed, but like nobody's there. Yeah, and so they're like, that's the fucking lady in blue. And that is the quick story of Captain Tony's Saloon in Key West.
Captain Tony's Saloon.
I got it from a website called Ghosts and Gravestones and the Huffington Post.
Oh,
heard of it?
She's got multiple sources, you
Yeah,
shitheads.
I got a bibliography.
Check her footnotes.
Remember in college when they're like, you can only use like two websites or something? And it has to be like .edu.
Can you even believe how hard we had it?
So hard. I didn't even have a computer until like my junior year.
I went to the computer lab.
Yeah. I didn't have the internet.
I didn't have a computer until I like moved to New York and bought like an IBM laptop.
Yeah.
I never figured out how to use it.
Yeah.
So I was like, why is it not connecting to the internet?
Yeah.
Because I didn't have the Wi-Fi. I was a fucking idiot.
Yeah, I didn't know how to do any of that.
No, I didn't know how to do anything. And then
I had no clue.
And then eventually I started working somewhere and I had a computer at work and then didn't get a computer. I didn't have a computer at home for so long.
Yeah. We're freaks.
We're old.
We're old as shit.
God, I'm going to be a ghost in days.
Yeah. Any day now, I'm going to become a ghost.
I'm just like one of those mushrooms that puffs out smoke every time I sit down.
Those are nasty.
They're my favorite.
I remember like playing, like being a kid and then just like they stunk and that shit like stained.
Yeah,
the spores. And then they seep into your nose and you start to turn into a plant like in Annihilation.
Uh-oh.
Is that what happened?
I never saw
that
it.
That movie's cool. I read the book and it was good too.
But yeah, what if... Oh my God. I just remembered. Have you ever seen Hannibal? Hannibal, the
Cannibal the musical?
Hannibal.
The
NBC series.
No, people love it.
It's so good. There's only like 3 seasons.
Okay.
Maybe there's 4, but I think there's 3. I kind of fell off after the second one, but it's such a great show. I recommend it if you go find it wherever.
It's probably on Hulu or something.
It was like co-produced or funded by some like French company, so it's like it had like a really great budget, even though
awesome.
like NBC wasn't like, they were like they didn't really push it that hard. But there's an episode where this serial killer is like growing mushrooms on bodies. Oh, like purposefully.
Ew. That's so fucking gross.
And the imagery of it is, it's not
where
a
are
gory.
they coming out of?
They're like growing it on the body, like he's
like out of the skin.
Yes, it's
like a fungus.
It is, and it's like really well done. It's like not too nasty, but it is like
that is so gross.
It's really gross.
For what purpose?
I forget.
Just experiment.
I can't remember the plot line, but I just remember being. It's such a good show. Go watch it sometime.
I gotta check it out.
The like production design is amazing.
Okay.
It looks like beautiful.
Awesome.
Anyway.
I've been looking for a new show, so
maybe
that's it.
Check it out.
Ew, that's nasty.
It's nasty. Your story was nasty.
Nasty.
Those nasty ladies.
Nasty ladies killing their kids.
I really feel like they focus so much on the 2 women who killed their kids and not all the pirates.
And not the pirates. I want to know all about those pirates.
It is just internalized misogyny.
I know.
Just centuries old misogyny.
Centuries old.
They're like, well, men are supposed to kill people. Women.
Yeah, women.
That's bad.
No.
Betsy, that was really fun.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Goodbye.
Wait, we have to tell people if they want to send. Yeah, please. Yeah. This is where we tell you to send us your paranormal experiences, whether it be, being at a haunted bar,
seeing something weird that is unexplainable,
experiencing a time slip, seeing a UFO, having an alien put something in your skin.
Ooh, yeah. If you've ever had mushrooms growing out of your body, let us know.
Yeah. Premonitions, all the shit.
Premonitions, anything and everything.
Yes.
Let us know.
Yeah. Send it to funnyfeelingpod@gmail.com.
Also, rate, review,
subscribe.
Tell your friends. Do it all.
Please and thank you. Good job, Betsy.
Thank you. Now goodbye. Oh, Marcy.
I am very excited, not just for us, but for our listeners.
For the world.
I'm
so excited.
You guys, we have a truly unique and lovely guest today.
One of the funniest people I know.
One of our favorite people to perform with.
Yes.
She's in search history with
Hell
us.
yeah, she is.
Hell yeah. She's an actress, writer, director. She has her own production company. She recently made a feature film called Greener Grass.
Yeah, that like destroyed festivals.
Killed
right?
them.
You annihilated a bunch of festivals.
And she is in a horror movie called Dead Snow
2 with Nazi zombies.
Hell yeah.
Everybody check it out.
Jocelyn DeBoer.
Yay!
Guys.
Did I say your last name right? Because I've always been mumbling it.
I say DeBoer,
DeBoer.
but I enjoyed the way you said it.
DeBoer.
It's the most common name in the Netherlands.
Wait, really? So
Yeah.
it's like the Smith of Netherlands?
Yeah, because it means of the farm. So like the Boer Wars is the war of the farmers.
DeBoer.
And yeah. So
What did I say?
That's
DeBoer?
fun.
they say
DeBoer.
Like DeBoer.
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 Yeah.
DeBoer.
Dibbick.
Yeah.
Have you been to the Netherlands?
I have.
And found your people?
Not really.
Did you find some weed, man?
Wait, Betsy, where's Sidaro from?
Sicily, like Italy.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
My family's Sicilian.
Sicilian.
Yeah.
Bunch of mafiosos.
Yeah, in the mafia, duh.
And Marcy Giroux.
Pretty easy to guess, right?
Well, I was obviously French,
Yes.
but is it Cajun?
We are actually not Cajun. I'm sad about it.
Oh my god.
We like traced our lineage back to the south of France, North Spain.
Oh shit, yeah.
Well, that's cool.
That's
too.
beautiful.
So
that sounds beautiful. Your family had a beautiful country.
We didn't go to Canada, Nova Scotia, or none of that.
That was good. That was probably a great.
Yeah,
decision.
that's a great
Yeah, it was
choice.
a more direct route.
Yeah.
Jocelyn, thank you so much for being with us.
I'm so happy to be
Yay.
here, you guys.
So Greener Grass, you did annihilate the film festival circuit, right?
It's such like a go ahead.
Annihilate. We're still very
In a good
much
way.
on it. We're very early in our festival days.
Okay.
But we were very lucky because the movie is unique.
It is very like
Awesome.
I don't even know how to describe it other than like it's like just like a not quirky is not right because that sounds too cute. It's more like just odd in a good way.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, like Don Luby and I co-directed it together and wrote it. And we think it's so funny, but we were like, will anybody else like this, especially intellectuals? And like, I know I was like talking to my dad when we basically like shot it really fast to try to make it in time for the Sundance deadline and like edited as we went and blah, blah, blah. And I was talking to my dad and I was like, I have no idea what to think about Sundance. And he was saying like, well, did any Adam Sandberg movies ever get into Sundance?
Adam Sandberg?
Oh my God, sorry.
I hope your dad said it.
Oh my God, I'm sorry.
You're combining two
Do
very
you know I
funny.
did that for a completely different reason last week. I just don't know the right name.
Adam
Sandler.
Adam Sandler,
Adam
Andy
Sandler.
Sandberg.
Yes, that's what I was trying to say.
It
my
sounded
God.
like your dad said that though. I could see my
And I was
parents
like,
being like,
Dad.
"Oh, that Adam
No.
Sandberg."
Wait, so he asked, have any of
Yeah,
Adam
and like,
Sandberg's?
Dumb and Dumber is one of my favorite movies.
Mine too. I love it so much.
That's what he said too. Is he was like, "Well, Dumb and Dumber didn't play at Sundance." did it?"
Yeah.
I was like, "No." So we were thinking maybe our movie will just be like that, like a.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, not like we're like such a tiny micro version of any comedy like those.
No, you are
But-
comparing it to Dumb and
not in
Dumber.
any way, not in any way. But just a comedy that people enjoy.
yes.
But doesn't like do well at festivals.
But that's not what happened.
we got into Sundance.
That's huge.
Which was huge. So
what a cool thing.
You know, that's kind of like a mark, or like then other things start happening.
Yeah, it's so exciting.
Lucky.
If anyone listening doesn't know a lot about the entertainment industry, it's like this. It's like I want to say it's like a salmon ladder or something, or like it's swimming
upstream.
It's swimming upstream, but once you make it over, like it's like a whole world of things. Like once you get up the stream, like you just have to make it over this hurdle.
all the bears.
And this, yeah.
Do you feel like that now that you're a big shot TV writer?
I'm not a big shot TV writer. I'm a very low level television writer, but I do feel like all of a sudden that like I'm like everything does seem a lot less hard than it did to break in, like that break in, quote unquote.
Yeah.
Like it just feels like, well, if I go without work, that's a possibility, but I probably won't forever.
Yeah.
Whereas before I was like, will I ever have anything?
I'm sure that like all goes back to, you know how people say like no one likes to take a risk in Hollywood, and so it's like you become kind of a known quality, or you know you have some stamp of approval, and then it's like, oh, this is safe.
Yes. This person we could do. Yeah, exactly. It's
Yeah.
Maybe.
So you're still doing the festival circuit. So
We are.
Is there any way people listening could like, is there a website that says where you're showing?
We just hired an assistant last week who's fantastic, and I want to talk about her because you guys, she's a medium.
Wait, what?
Who she's a medium who holds your hands and then paints.
What?
The most
Like
artistic.
paints your energy?
Yes.
That's
We have no idea if she knows Excel, but we were like, you're hired.
Do you need to know
She's
Excel?
like, I do
Not
not
for-
love talking on phones.
Yes.
I don't want to deal with anybody.
hate
I won't grocery shop.
But I will hold your hand and paint your energy.
I always spill coffee orders.
Yeah.
That's so cool
I know,
on
I
every
know.
level. Getting an assistant's so rad.
It's so rad. She's so cool. But so one of the things she's going to do is on our website, gulpsplash.com.
Splash.com.
Gulpsplash.com.
Gulp Splash.
It's our company
I knew
name.
that was
It's
your
a-
name. That's why
I
Splash.
can explain
I
why
just
that-
got excited that Splash.com was available
No.
and that you got it. Gulp,
It was.
slip, splash.
We were on a call with someone last week who kept saying gulp smash. Sorry, smash.
It's hard.
Gulp Smash.
Anyway, so yeah, so that's
That'll be it there.
Oh, great.
So if anyone,
And the short is on Vimeo, right?
Yeah.
And it's really good.
Oh, thanks, you guys.
Gives you a really good little taste of what
scrumptious.
it's all about. It's so fucking funny.
Funny.
Oh, that's so nice.
It's so good.
And then tell us a little bit about Dead Snow 2.
Oh, yeah.
But
yeah.
so you were in Ice Snow.
Yes, I shot it in Iceland. It's Nazi zombie
Yes.
dark comedy by Tommy Wirkola, who's a Norwegian writer director, and it was so much fun to be in.
What a dream!
Yeah, basically. The fans are so wild for zombie movies, and even Dead Snow. It's like about Nazis, and so many people have gotten tattoos of the lead villain with swastikas on them, and we're like,
guys,
because it's of course on his uniform
but
in the
of course,
movie.
but
That's
guys,
cool. Do it from the bust up.
It's very
like you don't need to have it. Like you don't need to have his arms. That person who does that, I feel like I'm suspicious of them.
It's a zombie movie.
Did you watch that kind of stuff before, or were you into horror?
Not really, not zombie movies. Horror so. But when I got cast in the movie, I had to go to Iceland the next week, and a nice kid at UCB gave me an entire video DVD collection of every. Well, it was both that I had to watch zombie movies because I just wanted to kind of be immersed in the genre, and then my character quotes Star Wars lines the whole movie. And so I also was like,
Oh my
I need to
God.
watch Star Wars.
I gotta watch some of the Star Wars or something.
I had seen
I
the
gotta
old
watch
ones, but like no.
Star Wars or whatever.
Star Wars. I'll watch Star Wars.
I haven't watched them.
Not at all.
None of them? Ever?
I think I've seen moments of them.
Yeah.
I mean, you must have. They're everywhere.
I think it's best if you watch them when you're a kid.
I think purposely stayed away from them.
That's okay. I get that.
When people talk too much about something, I just want to run the opposite direction.
Like anything like Disney or
Or like I wouldn't watch Saving Private Ryan for years because I was like, just shut up.
I don't care. I feel I get that way too, where I get very turned off.
Yeah.
When people are so into something.
And then I do it to other people though. I'm like,
Oh, I do. You gotta watch
Yeah,
Killing Eve. It's the
totally.
greatest show in the world.
I did that with Titanic. I remember specifically like being like,
You were like,
young
I'm
in
not
school,
doing
and I was
this?
like,
Did you ever do it?
I did eventually watch Titanic.
Yeah.
I think
It's fine.
Titanic might hold up fine.
Yeah.
As far as like Forrest Gump doesn't.
Is that true that it doesn't?
I never liked
I-
it.
You never
When I
did.
first saw it, I was just like, nope.
How old were you?
Whenever it came out.
'Cause
When
I-
did it come out?
I don't know that kind of information, but I was in high school or junior high. I don't remember, but like maybe like 94 is what I want to say.
Okay, then I was in like
So I was
elementary
in
school.
junior high.
Yeah.
But I remember being like, this is the best. And then
I thought it was the most incredible movie. Also, listen to the soundtrack.
The
All
soundtrack
the
was
time.
huge.
now that does stand the test of time.
Yeah,
Whether
I'm
it be
sure it
the
does.
score,
It's just the hits.
it's and the scoring of it too.
No, just the hits.
So I always ask people if they,
Oh, yes.
what if anything do you believe about the paranormal?
Okay. My family has a ghost.
Jesus Christ.
A pet?
Perfect.
And so I definitely grew up knowing that. But what I have to say is I can't say I'm like I definitely believe in ghosts. It's but I will say, nor do I think like necessarily like my family does. Definitely my grandmother did. But we all like really get excited to like tell these stories and talk about it as if it's a thing. And so yeah, I would say I definitely, I'm sure you guys know from playing with me all the time, I have a very overactive imagination, and I think that I like to get caught. It makes me
It's
excited.
pure fun.
It's pure fun, but I also, like to rationalize things.
Yes.
And but I do think there's something that we don't understand about energy, and I don't know if it's like if this is what the sixth sense is, but like just like when people you're like thinking about someone and then they call that
Yes.
second.
Yeah.
Yes.
Stuff like that. And I don't know how to explain those energy things.
Yeah.
But I'm like,
Yeah.
there's something we're not so tuned into.
What about aliens?
Aliens, I think it's very likely
Yeah.
that there's development
Yeah.
in our solar system all over the place.
Also,
Yeah.
I just had like, and it's truly stupid because I should have thought of this long ago, but I was like, when the Earth started, when they started production on the Earth, there were dinosaurs. Humans didn't come into the picture for
Way late.
So like, why do we, I know we've talked about like, why are they humanoid, but like, what if there's just like another planet of like a different dinosaur type of thing, or like
very much.
Probably.
right, like maybe an alien's more like a dog.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
A planet of dogs.
I feel like I was just listening to your episode with Lefkus, and you guys were talking about flies as aliens.
Yeah.
And I thought that was very smart.
Oh, yeah.
Because why wouldn't they be like bugs?
Yeah, just like nasty little like amoebas.
But
Yeah.
I just was really like, oh wait, dinosaurs were here first.
Yeah.
Huh. And they wouldn't be able to fly a spaceship for shit.
No, they got those walnut brains.
My church growing up did not, one that I went to very briefly, did not believe in dinosaurs.
Wait, tell us about that. Like what?
Isn't that
was-
wild?
An evangelical free church, in the town I grew up in Barrington, Illinois. And the only reason we started going there is because I had a crush on someone who was like in the youth group. This is my first boyfriend, Brad.
I love it.
And so like I started going to the youth group, which was Wednesday nights. And then my mom, so I don't know if you guys know this, but my parents met in divinity school at Harvard.
No.
They were both like, yeah.
What's divinity school?
Is that like
the
to
study of
become
the
a-
divine?
Okay.
And,
Whoa.
like my mom was there just because she loved philosophy
Yeah.
in undergrad, and then her philosophy teacher had a relationship, I think, with someone at Harvard, and was like, I want to like get you this scholarship, and she was like, of course.
Yeah,
I'll do that. She's
doy.
a lawyer now, like
A spiritual lawyer.
very spiritual
Yeah.
lawyer.
She's suing ghosts and angels.
And then I think my dad kind of thought he might be a Presbyterian minister.
Oh, wow.
And then like very much grew up in that
Yeah.
world. And then when he started learning about theology, was like, oh no.
Oh, wait a
This is- like he
second.
still loves studying theology, but it's like it's so much bigger
Yeah.
than Christianity. And,
Yeah.
yeah.
So you had a crush. You
Oh, yeah. So I had a crush.
Your whole family went to
So
this.
then my whole family, just like my mom especially, was like,
That's
I want to
so
see like
nice.
what, and they're always like curious about the philosophy of like different, denominations. So.
Yeah.
And-
But they, they don't.
And so, but this was this was a scary church, and I have a lot of guilt about it because my younger sister, I think, like really developed anxiety problems and things from the scare tactics at the church. I know.
Oh.
And
well, that's on your parents, though. Like
know.
they could have
No,
been like.
church does that.
But I mean, like they could have been like, you don't have to feel guilty because your parents could have been like, we'll drop you off. Like they could have been like, yeah, Jocelyn, we'll drop you off at church. We don't want to subject our
Yeah,
child.
it's on my yeah. I mean, I think
Not to
like,
blame
they
your
didn't
parents, but-
realize how
I think
intense it was in
that's-
the
yeah.
youth program.
Yeah. Because
Oh,
we talk
yeah.
about how Catholicism has fucked us.
That's
it fucked
true.
me up.
Absolutely. I blame my parents for that as well, though. That's their fault.
But were you
I-
raised Catholic too?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
They
yeah.
could have
I
been like,
don't.
you can leave. It was
Because
not.
my parents never said I could leave.
It was never an option.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like if they would have been like, do you want to go to church? I would be like, no.
Yeah, no, of course I don't. Well, too bad you have to go. Sorry.
Yeah.
No. It's religion's so complicated because when you're young, it's like I just like being like very young, just believed
Yeah.
Yeah.
and like I was always like talking to God and apologizing and like
Aw.
it's really like confusing.
It's so confusing.
Yeah.
Especially once you then are like, wait a second. You take like one actual history class where they're like, and it was pretty much like religion was made for one dude to be in control. And it's like, wait a second.
It's crazy.
Wait.
I know.
That's awful.
I'm one of those annoying people that pretty early on was like, I don't know if any religion's correct, but I'm spiritual.
I think that's good.
I like that.
I think like I would be so happy if my children had that point of view.
Like
Like there's something.
Yeah.
I can remember being in college, like a freshman in college, and talking to my roommate, being like, I feel like something's out there, but I believe this, but I also don't think I'll care if I'm wrong, and I'm sure none of us are right.
Cool.
Yeah.
But-
That's cool.
Wait, should we take a break?
Yeah, let's take a little break.
Let's take a quick break. Wait, what happened with the boy? I mean,
Okay, we ask you on air what happened
what
with the boy.
happened with the boy?
It was like a perfect 7th grade relationship
Oh.
where I had like one of those binders with the see-through thing, and I had a picture of him on a swing set that like God knows how I got the photo from church. It was like on a
good.
bulletin board, and my friends took it, and then it was like in my binder, and I like pet it during class, and I think we went on like a few dates, but like it was very
7th grade
I
dates.
remember like being in his TV room with like 6 other people and being on a couch with him and like feeling our arm hairs touch and being like,
What's happening?
so it was very like that. But, nothing.
I had a crush on a dude, my friend Monty.
I met Monty.
I feel maybe you have all met Monty.
We've met Monty, yeah.
Yeah.
I think so.
And I had a big crush on him in 7th grade, and he was super into Star Wars, and I could give a shit. So I remember, like, over the summer between 7th and 8th grade, I was like, I gotta fucking watch Star Wars and learn everything about it. I didn't because I was like, this is fine. But, like, I would, like, try to be like, whoa, so that was pretty cool how they were on Hoth.
God.
Like, and Monty, he didn't give a shit.
If I could go back in time and tell like 11-year-old Marcy, you never have to pretend to like anything for a boy. It'll never work. It never helps you. And 2, like you have your own interests.
Don't worry. Yeah. You don't need to keep trying to skateboard.
Oh my God. Also, like, they're doing it. They don't want you to do it. They want you to watch.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Do you guys remember those shoes? I think they were called
Heelys?
Soaps.
Oh.
Not Heelys, but
With the grind things
Yeah.
in the middle? Yeah.
like my cool friends, the boys in high school used to like grind on everything. And I remember like asking like my parents to take me to the mall so I could buy them, and I bought them, and then I never wore them because I was too embarrassed that I owned them and I wasn't gonna grind on anything.
I'm not gonna. I would pay $10,000 to see you grinding around on soaps.
Oh my God. We could so easily make this happen.
We absolutely
and then donate
could.
this to charity, Jocelyn.
Yeah,
it's
we
for
could
the
put it towards
kids.
Planned Parenthood.
Yeah, it's for the kids we
Well,
don't want.
at our show on Wednesday.
Yes.
And Marcy, you have to wear Heelys.
Okay,
Yes.
With the little
I'll
wheels.
immediately fall backwards.
Precisely.
Jocelyn, so
Okay,
you have
yes.
a family. Wait, which story do you want to start with?
yeah.
Oh my
I mean,
God,
I don't-
Family Ghost.
It was
Oh,
yeah. So I'll start with the family ghost.
Okay.
So this I've like heard about since I was very little, and this is a ghost that lived at my grandparents' house. So my grandparents lived in the same house from like the early 50s until like 2007 when they moved out. And I first heard about this story because my cousins and I were having a sleepover at the house. And in the middle of the night, we were like in this back den room. My cousin like
Scared me. You scared me, Betsy. Sorry.
woke up and was like freezing, and we were like, we have like so many blankets, it's like not cold, like what and we told our family about it. And the next night, my aunt was like, we were having a sleepover at a different house, my aunt's house, and she like came up to the girls' room and like got in bed with like 4 of us and was like, I think it's time we tell you about Mac.
no. About who?
Mac.
Return of the Mac.
Yeah. So this is right before my grandparents bought the house in the 50s. This man owned it, and he, right before they bought the house, he had redone the entire basement to be like a party room. So it was like great wood paneling. He built out this bar.
They would have
with
called
like
it
mirrors
a
behind
rumpus room back
A
then.
rumpus
A rompers room.
Yeah.
Imagine that Christmas party.
Romping around a Christmas
he built
tree.
like there was like a finished bathroom. This was like his total like, and he loved to entertain. And
Yeah.
he had this like very fancy radio, and so like everyone in the neighborhood would come over, and he started like with all the electricity he needed with the basement, the new basement party room and stuff. He was trying to get more electricity from the grid, and he was in the backyard.
Oh no.
And he was an electrician, by the way, too. But anyway, he right behind the playhouse got electrocuted and died.
Oh no.
Oh shit.
And so
He just wanted to party.
Oh my
And-
God.
Mac never really got to use that basement
Mac.
properly. And
Oh,
so
that's so sad.
It is sad.
Also, it makes perfect sense that someone who knows about electricity would be like, I think I know how to handle it.
You
Like,
know, he was like smoking a cigarette, had
totally.
like a.
he was drinking.
He was drinking brandy.
He had a highball.
Yeah, he had pants that went up to like here, swallowing his tie.
And his wife was like, don't do that. He's like, I got it.
Max, shut up, Norma. We know how this is.
But like, yeah, he was like, I can handle this. And then zap.
So like like when my mom was 5, for example, her mom was putting her to bed, and she was like, Mommy, who is that man? And my grandma was like, what man? And
I'm gonna cry.
My mom was like, the man that lives in the basement.
Oh,
and then my grandma was like, honey, there is like no man in the basement. And my mom was like, yes, there is the man in the checkered shirt.
Ew! Oh my god!
Okay, and there's a lot of weird stories. And my grandpa used to have his office down there, and he would say like every night around 11 o'clock, it would start to get like, really cold and just like uncomfortable feeling. And so he would go upstairs, and it was very much that Mac didn't like people in his basement, especially at night. And so
he's partying.
Who was his party?
For example, this is a story that was corroborated by 4 people, especially that witnessed it. But one, like Christmas, my mom and she had 4 siblings, were putting on a Christmas show, and they had built a chimney on top of Mac's bar, and there was like wood, like kind of like scratching the bar because all the kids were like jumping down the chimney, basically. Yep. And all of a sudden, like in the room behind it, there started to be this loud hammering. And my grandparents witnessed it and my great-grandparents, and they were all like, there's nothing to explain it other than a man hammering. But they like went back and looked, and nothing.
Oh, fuck. Oh my God.
It's the one story that is really strange is my grandpa. He was a traveling salesman like in the 50s.
What a classic 50s job.
Very much. And he came home after a week of traveling, and like all the kids were asleep, everyone, it was like very late at night, and he like poured himself a drink and was just like reading the paper. And I should tell you too, the TV that was in the basement was broken, and the only way you could turn it off and on was by plugging and unplugging it.
Okay.
So he's like sitting there reading the paper, and all of a sudden the TV in the basement goes on full blast, like the loudest volume. And he was like really freaked out because you cannot turn it on unless you plug it in.
My God.
And no one would have ever turned it off in the first place at that volume.
Yeah.
Or been watching it. So he had to go down and unplug.
Ew.
My mom's little brothers like knew people didn't like being in the basement, so they would like always try to scare the girls.
Of course.
And like, but my Uncle Gary, like when he was a teenager in high school, obviously, he like was like sick of sharing a room with his brother, and he was like, I'm just gonna sleep in the basement. So he moved his bed down. Him and his friends like carried his furniture down.
Yep.
They like spent the entire day like putting up his posters, everything. He made like a total room. And that night he was trying to sleep, and it was such a terrible night that they moved his room, and he never spent another night down there.
Oh my God.
Like whatever it was so
Mac
strong.
was mad.
Yeah.
How did your grandparents know about Mac's death? Just curious.
Well,
out of curiosity.
They got a good deal on the house.
When things started happening, my grandmother started looking into it. And I should mention too, she had an exorcism done on the house.
Jocelyn.
Yeah, she was brought up Catholic.
Yeah.
And
That's what we do.
yeah,
Whoop, there it is. Get a priest in here.
my mom remembers like her walking the priest through and describing like where Mac like is most of the time and
Yeah.
like what he cares about, and like they did the whole basement, the playhouse, and then so they started looking into it.
Yeah.
But there's also another ghost in the house.
Oh my
So
God.
crazy. So something like pretty terrible happened
Yeah.
in the house before Mac moved in.
What?
Shit.
Yeah,
This is like the American Horror Story house.
My
It's
God.
just full of awful stuff.
it's really crazy.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So there used to be a man who lived there in the 20s and 30s, and his name was Mr. Kruger.
Ooh, what? Freddy Krueger, man.
Was he a pedophile in the neighborhood?
Got burned by the
adults? Yeah.
parents. Whoa, Mr.
Mr.
Krueger.
was the owner of a theme park called Queen Anne Kittyland. And
Are you
So this
kidding
is all in Minneapolis.
Okay.
And like, for example, my aunt used to be on the school patrol, and their like end of the year gift was a trip to Queen Anne Kittyland. And so Mr. Kruger owned that and opened it. And so when he lived in that house, a girl from Texas lived with him, this like bombshell woman. And
Because he was like rich and
I guess so, yeah. And all the neighbors like knew her. She was like different than the rest.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
they were like
And-
she has a thick accent and huge hair and like
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
Exactly.
Boots.
And apparently, Mr. Kruger was, gone, and like came back and found a charge on his credit card for a man's suit, and the suit was not his size, and so
fuck.
she was, buying, a suit for a different man, and the story goes that she was never seen again, and she never said goodbye to any of the neighbors. Like, he told people she went back to Texas. But as my aunt describes it, you could bury a body at Queen Anne Kittyland and never know it was there.
Oh my
you could
God.
bury the body at Queen Anne Kittyland and no one
Whoa,
would
and I
ever
bet
know.
he killed her in the basement. So then it's super spooky and it haunted Mac.
Yeah, but they describe like the ghost of her as like this different energy that like, is kind of a romping energy.
Like the
Oh
Rumpus.
shit!
And
Like
that's,
a
like-
horny energy.
Kind of like
Wait,
up in the
what
bedroom.
did you say?
Romping,
Oh,
like a romp.
yeah.
But
What
like
did you think I said?
not
Well,
a,
we
like,
would talk about romping earlier with the Rumpus room. So I
Rumpus
was
room.
like, but this is like,
But this is like
a little
horny
more
romp.
amorous.
Kind of, yeah. And
How does they,
Yeah.
how do they do they describe her that way? Like, did it make them horny? I don't want you to
what
think
if
about
instead of patches of cold air, it's patches of horny air? We're like, I'm feeling like, ooh, are you guys feeling really horny right now?
Yeah, like
how it's been described to me is like the basement, like it's Mac like does not want you in the basement
Yeah.
during party hours, and that's like the tension there.
yeah.
Yeah.
And with her, it's not tension so much as like when you're in those upstairs bedrooms, you just feel like you're not alone.
Yes.
And there's like there's like an energy there.
Yeah.
Like my aunt tells a story, and she swears this like plain as day. She was her and her family, her and her 5 children were like living in that house when they were in between houses at one point, and her girls were sleeping in the upstairs bedroom, and she was like putting her boys to bed in the like main floor bedroom.
Yeah.
And she said like all the other adults had like went out to a basketball game, and she had cleaned up dinner, like the kitchen was perfectly clean, and she was putting the boys to bed, and all of a sudden she smelled French toast.
Oh,
And
God.
she smelled it so clearly, and she like left and went to the kitchen, and there was nothing. But she's like, she was like, I think like the woman was welcoming me to the house.
Oh, like she was like, I made you breakfast.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That
remi-
was strange.
Jocelyn, do you remember in New York when everything smelled like French toast for a while?
Wait, yes.
We were just talking about
was
that
that?
on
Didn't
another
it, like
episode.
a plant explode?
It was like some New Jersey like they were like, I guess, making chemical scents, and they made it like
were we
that's-
just talking
we were
about
just talking
that?
maybe with
Or
Lauren
ish?
Adams or something. Where we were like, yeah, everything smelled like
Yeah.
pancake and syrup and pancakes.
That
Whoa.
sounds like a dream.
But maybe that was a ghost.
But
Whoa, that's so wild.
yeah, it's like so we just kind of like heard these stories growing up, and Mac like my grandmother like would speak about him as if she like had a relationship with him.
Yeah.
And it was like contentious.
Yeah.
And
Jeez.
and I like also he got blamed for like for example this is like a weird one that like I'm sure there's an explanation for, but my uncle, when they were living in that house, had been out one night and came back, and he was like everyone else was in bed, he was the last one home, and he put his leather jacket on the chair in the kitchen.
Yep.
And he had to wake up for like he worked with cattle and like had to be up early.
Yeah.
And so in the morning he like sneaks into the kitchen, doesn't want to wake anyone up, goes to get his jacket, and it's not there.
Whoa.
And like of course a leather jacket is something Mac would like.
Hell yeah, he's a party animal bad boy.
He loves to show. Also, I think, well, if you work with a bunch of cows, having a leather jacket is rude to do to your coworkers.
I know.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was saying to my aunt at one point, like, well, Mac, like, Mac always like was causing trouble for me, our grandmother, right? And she was like, not at the end. And she was like, he one time Mimi was locked out of the house, and this, she was like very old. She lived till she was 98. And like she was locked out of the house and she could not get in. And she was asking him to help her. And he unlocked the door.
Oh my God.
Mac, that's so nice.
But
I like that one.
So am I to believe the exorcism did not work?
yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow.
Is that, how do you Catholics feel about that?
I mean, sometimes it doesn't. When you call an exterminator, sometimes they don't get them all.
Former Catholics, I should say. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exterminator. Exactly.
Yeah.
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 I don't, yeah. I've always been kind of like, if that would be a thing.
What, exorcism?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
I feel I would, don't get me wrong, I would go to that. I would probably, if my house was super haunted, I probably would be like, I'll get a priest. Whatever, let's see.
I definitely feel like even
would do
if
anything.
my house was a little haunted and I didn't want to deal with it, I would,
Yeah.
at least in my own way, exercise my own space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have other stories for us, Jocelyn?
This is so wild.
I
How
cannot-
cool.
She's been holding out on me for years.
Well, do you know I thought my family wouldn't want me to talk about it?
Did you ask if you could?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you guys like asked me to do the podcast. I mean, I had like a couple other stories too.
Yeah.
But I was like really nervous to ask my family.
Aw.
I
also-
get that though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like my aunt, when she told us about it, was like this is our family.
Yeah.
Well, I guess
People are
because
going to think we're freaks.
you don't
Yeah.
want to go scaring other children.
No. And I should say too, like I think like I do think my grandma actually like thought like believed in ghosts.
Yeah.
I want to say I think like my aunts and mom are like into it,
Yeah.
but don't actually believe it. Like they're not like, I mean, I
Right.
just don't know.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, my
yeah.
mom very much is like, isn't it fun? Like, but
Also, if something's scary to you, it's sometimes nice to be like, maybe it's not real.
yeah.
Absolutely.
But one funny thing about like growing up with those ghost stories is that I feel like even when I think about ghosts, I'm like scared in the same way like when I've gone snorkeling. I don't like when the fish touch me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like,
That's
you like know they're
nasty.
harmless.
Wait, that
but,
is the perfect way to describe how I feel, Jocelyn.
Really?
Yeah, I'm like, I don't really want to be like bothered by it, but I love the idea. Like, I want to see them. I want them to be there. I want to, like, you know, like fish and ghosts.
Yeah.
It's like, it's nice not to think they're like trying to kill you or something, but like they just wanted to enjoy their basement.
Yeah, they just wanted a party.
I hope that Mac and the lady from Texas got along.
I bet they're having a blast.
I know.
Romping around.
I hope so. Maybe the suit was for Mac.
Oh my God, she was buying it back.
Oh my God. So you have some other of your own
I do.
stories.
So
Awesome.
this is a story. Okay. When I was in high school, I used to babysit for this family regularly that are like family to me now.
Yeah.
Like I just love them. And the matriarch of that family is this woman, Joy. And Joy is like the youngest of, I want to say, like 10 children.
Oh my God.
And just like the sweetest woman you've like ever met, but like not like a razzing bone in her body. Like just, you know, just beautiful, sweet.
Jocelyn, you're
honest woman.
using so many words that I haven't heard in a long time.
When razzing came out of my mouth, I was thinking, do people say this?
I really, honestly, while you were speaking a moment ago, I was like, I bet she got possessed by that lady from Texas. And, like someone from the 40s. Like,
Oh my God.
I've
I
always
love
described you as like, she's like a 1940s starlet.
Oh my
Yes.
God, I wish.
Absolutely.
Okay, so razzing.
So Joy, we one spring break, as most college students do, I went on a vacation with Joy and her 3 children. And,
Yes. Oh my God, I
Tearing
love
it up
it.
with
we,
Joy.
I love it.
drove from the Chicago suburbs to the Kalahari indoor, like one of the largest indoor water parks in Wisconsin Dells.
Hell yeah. That's great.
Yeah, so we like got to, you know, really talking about things in the
Yeah.
front seat. And we started talking about ghosts. And I'm sure I was like talking about Mac or something.
Yeah.
And Joy was like, well, something strange did happen to me. And I was like, what? And she was like, I just don't know how to explain this. And I'm like, okay. She's like, well, this very strange thing happened where when her and her husband, Mike, moved to this new suburb. So this was like years prior when her kids were very small. She only had the 2 boys at that point, and they had gone to church. So they moved in that week. They went to the church to be like, let's try to meet people and whatever, get into the community. And afterwards, they're kind of standing around like talking to people, and this really nice couple invites them over and is like, you know, we just live like a few minutes away. We're having some people over for coffee and cookies. Like, when you guys come over? And they were like, oh, sure, you know, we'll go. And they drive over there. They're the first people there. They're like, oh, there's no cars. That's strange. And they, you know, start walking up to the door, and Joy sees a little girl in the upstairs child's bedroom standing in the window holding a kid's boombox. And Joy's like, oh, that's great. She looks like she's about 7, like, you know, like Jeff, my child, is 7. And so they go up to the door. She's like saying, hi, oh, what a beautiful home. And she's like, how old is your daughter? No. And they, you know, freeze up. And the woman's like, excuse me? And she's like, oh, your daughter, she was holding her boombox in the upstairs window. And the woman was like, our daughter died a year ago.
Oh my God.
Joy was like, I saw her. Like,
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Fuck.
I imagined that coffee and cookies was awkward then.
yes.
Whoa.
Yeah.
And I would, God, I know there's no way that Joy,
Joy.
that she could be like, are you sure you don't see her ever? Like, because I would want to know, like, are you not, How could I see a full ass apparition?
Yeah. And like, you know, it looked like a human being.
Yeah.
Wow.
I know. I feel I would weirdly double down and be like, no, like 7 years old. Like,
Yeah.
I'd be like, did she look like that? Like, I feel I would be like, then that's.
Yeah, because maybe at first you wouldn't even think about ghosts. You'd be like, well, there's like, no, I saw a kid up there.
Yeah, it was a kid.
Well,
yeah.
then there's a kid.
But that is the one story that I think about whenever people talk
God.
about ghosts or like, do you believe in it and stuff, is I just like think about Joy and I'm like, what? Like, she wasn't lying to me. Why would she say it? Like,
Why would that?
Whereas,
like, I just don't know what to think about it.
Whereas your aunt and grandparents are liars.
Well, like, all of our family stories, I'm like, maybe something happened.
Yeah.
It is true that like
something.
if it is like sort of like maybe a more stoic and person a little removed, you'd be like, well, they're not messing with me.
Yeah, why would they mess with me? Whoa.
Yeah, it's strange.
Oh my God.
Also, kind of rude, ghost, to show yourself.
Yeah, come on.
That way
some,
it could just hurt your parents' feelings.
first timers.
Right,
Yeah.
really.
I wonder if they ever, if like more people saw her too. Like, I wonder
if Joy was a sensitive.
Oh yeah, maybe she can see stuff.
I think people are sensitive. I like
Yeah.
that word.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
do.
And they can do it in different ways. Like some people are, like emotionally like pick up on things or, just have like feelings or I don't know.
My mom, I think, is. It's really strange. Like, she does this thing where like she was telling me this story where she was putting my little sister to bed, or sorry, my older sister to bed when she was really young, like 3 years old probably.
Yeah.
And my mom was like, reading her a story and just like, golden books or whatever. Just
Hell yeah.
Well, her mind was wandering about how high Becky's room was in the house and how if there was a fire and the stairs were burning, she wouldn't be able to get her.
Oh,
and
God, being a parent.
I know.
Oof.
And so my mom's like reading the book and Becky stops while she's reading and goes, "Mommy, what would happen if there was a fire?" I guess that's my sister being a sensitive, maybe. Yeah. And then like my mom was telling me this story and I was like, oh my gosh, that's crazy. And she goes, no, that kind of thing would happen when you girls were little.
Oh my God.
It's weird.
That's
weird.
so wild.
Moms, I think, too, just are really connected to us.
I do. I think moms and their kids, it's...
Yeah, like we literally grew inside of them and shared their blood.
Well, yeah.
We ate all their poop.
Oh, hell yeah.
That's how babies grow, right? They eat
They eat the poo-poo?
Exactly right.
Yeah, because when you're pregnant, you don't poop at all.
No, your
The baby
baby.
just
Well,
eats
you have
it.
to poop your baby's poop.
Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense.
They're very small.
Whoa, that's so spooky.
I know.
And for like a young kid
Yeah.
to think that is just like, no.
I know.
Don't worry.
But also in my town where I grew up, it's Barrington, Illinois. It's there's a cemetery. It's called the White Cemetery on Cuba Road. That's one of the most haunted places in the United States.
What? Would
Yeah.
you go fuck around?
I don't think I ever fucked around, but I would pass it on my way to school every day.
Oh.
Not the cemetery exactly, but like the drive.
Yeah.
It's Cuba Road is the road that it's on, and we would cross Cuba Road to go to school. And but kids would, get high and go there.
Yeah.
All the time, and there's all these stories of driving down Cuba Road, which like my memory of it was like there was a lot of steam on the road
Of
always.
course.
But
Of course. Like the day
yeah.
is beautiful. You turn down Cuba Road and it's just like horrifying.
Just to give people an idea, that it's where they shot Road to Perdition.
Oh.
Like very
fuck.
green, like horse country.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. And so there's all these stories of people seeing a woman on the side of the road.
No, that's the scariest
And
thing.
she's wanting to be picked up. And you drive and you think she's real, and then she runs into the woods. Like disappears into
I have such chills. That's so fucking scary.
It is really scary. Yeah. And people, like, growing up in Barrington, people talk about it like they've seen it.
Of course.
And it's like, like, oh, you've seen the woman on Cuba.
Yeah, like just
Yes.
a common. Yeah.
Ew. That's, I feel, scarier than this ghost getting in your car. You get to the destination and then she's gone. Like, imagine pulling over and then somebody just sprints away
Yeah.
from you. That's so fucking creepy.
I can't decide if that's scarier.
Actually, I know. As I
someone
was
in the car
saying
is
it,
scary, too.
as I was saying it, I was like, it's pretty scary to get them in the car.
I think I would never stop screaming if, like, I was sitting in the car with someone and I drove wherever
my
they asked
God.
me to, and then I looked over and they weren't there. I would just scream and scream
Until you
and
die.
scream until I die.
Oh, so much. Yeah.
See, I think I would do that also if I saw someone
I think I'm.
fucking sprint
Wouldn't
away
you think
and
it's
I'd
just
be
someone
like, what?
fucking with you though?
Yeah, but what a creepy way to fuck with someone.
I mean,
Yeah.
although this really freaked me out once, I did see like a lady run across an interstate in the middle of the
That's-
night.
Oh, that's so
Jesus,
scary.
that's horrifying.
I was just like, I don't know what that was, but we were going so fast that I was just like, thank God I was like far enough behind that I.
Oh, that's so scary.
That's so scary.
But I didn't think it was a ghost. I thought it was someone on drugs.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
probably.
Probably
Oh my
was.
god.
Do you have other stories? Or
Yes.
okay, give it to us.
Yeah.
We'll go a little
this is
long.
just one
It's
of those
fine.
weird things.
Okay.
Oh, what'd you say?
We'll go long.
Are,
Let's
are
do
we
I
it.
love
going
it.
long?
Not
No, it's
super long.
perfect.
It's perfect. But no, let's do
Okay,
it.
this is a quick one.
No.
This is just one of those weird things.
Yes.
So Barker, my boyfriend, has
Ooh.
his
And real quick, you guys met through his church, right? You joined his church.
Wait, no, but honestly, one of the things when we were coming together had to do with ghosts.
Whoa,
Which
cool.
Is, yeah.
Tell me. No, it's
coming
fine.
together.
Coming together.
One of our coming together moments while we were courting.
we met on Bumble, but on our first date, Barker was telling me like he lives downtown in the building.
Oh,
cool.
God, awesome.
He was like, it's one of the oldest buildings in downtown Los Angeles.
Yeah.
And I was like, is it haunted? Which, like, is not something I normally ask.
Yeah.
But it's not the weirdest thing to me that I did ask it. And he was like, what? And I was like, are there ghosts? And he, like, the blood ran out of his face. And I was like, okay. And I, like, laughed and I was like, do people think it's haunted?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Is it a thing? And he was like, this is not conversation for a first date. Like,
He said that to you?
yeah, he was like,
Oh my
he was like,
God.
it's not. And then I was like, what is it? Like,
Yeah,
was
you gotta
someone
tell me,
murdered in your
dude.
apartment? Like, what is it? And I was like, and then he got really uncomfortable. And when I like started being like, what is it?
Oh my
and
God.
then he's like, I'll tell you on our second date, which I was also very excited about.
Yeah, that's pretty smooth. That's pretty smooth.
That's a good move.
That's
It is
very
a great
smooth.
move. And then, of course, on our second date, he was like, this is just not the time to explain it. And I was like, I have to know about the ghosts. Like, I have to. And he was like, I'll tell you on our next date. Like, this is not the time. And he
Yes.
did
Oh
it
my
again.
God, this is that you're living my dream romance.
Well, it's really strange because then, like, after our second date, I did go home with him, as you do. And
Yeah.
I get to the lobby of the apartment building, which is like outdoor, but like fountain, like
Yes.
trees, like this whole thing. And there's a memorial, like one of those like standing up wreaths, like on a stand. And I was like, oh, this is weird. And then our next day, he explained that the day before our first date, this young woman who was a college student who cleaned the apartment building every day, like, one of the tenants, it was one of the tenants, or their condos, one of the, owners' boyfriends, asked her to come up to his apartment to, like, help him with something.
Yeah.
And he murdered her.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. And then he went... He took, like, a kitchen knife and was running up and down downtown.
Did he just go absolutely fucking insane?
He went insane.
Oh my god!
And you guys, I live in that building now.
Oh
and you
my
told,
god!
And you told everyone where you live.
Oh, I
did. We'll bleep it.
I'll make a little marker.
Thank you
Okay.
so much.
That's crazy.
I thought that's what you were doing.
Oh, I should have said that.
So wait, is that Barker's ghost story, or he has?
Oh no, there is another story. This is a really cool
go for it.
So his dad's. This is from his dad's house growing up. So they grew up in this, like, very old house in Pittsburgh.
Okay.
And there were things in that house, like, for example, they thought, like, there was a woman ghost that, like, walked around upstairs. So there was, like, just something with that house. But Barker says, like, the weirdest thing is, so his dad's dad and his dad's brother died kind of around the same time.
Okay.
Like within, like, 2 years. And there was this big old clock in the kitchen that was, like, very secured to the wall. But 2 different times the whole family was out and they found the clock had fallen on the floor. And the first time it was the time of death of his brother.
Oh.
And the second time, it was the time of death of his dad.
No.
Oh.
That's wild.
Bizarre.
That's so crazy.
Holy shit.
I really...
Jocelyn, you got $1 million.
I know.
Cannot believe how many stories you
like,
just
really
told us.
Good, like, twists and, like...
It's truly wild.
We can call it there. I could seriously do this all night. I love
Oh my god, so good. Do you have time to listen to a ghost story?
Of course I want to listen to a ghost story. That's what I'm
Let me pull one up.
Hello, Betsy and Marcy. This is Kara from Austin, Texas, and I wanted to give you a call for the first time because I had a weird experience last night in Galveston, Texas, which is an island off the Texas coast. It's not that far from Austin. And I went there for a short getaway with my boyfriend. We got an Airbnb. I didn't do any research about the place before we booked it or before we got there. But while we were there, I Googled it and I found that it was built in 1860 and it survived the hurricane of 1900, which was the biggest hurricane on the island. It killed hundreds and hundreds of people. Bodies were buried wherever they could be buried. So basically the island is just, a huge cemetery. So, I was thinking about it. I managed to creep myself out a bit, and I want to preface my story by saying that obviously it was on my mind, and I was a little creeped out. But last night I woke up probably around 3 o'clock. I didn't look at the time on my phone because I'm an insomniac, and if I look at my phone, it's just going to be like game over for me. So, but it was probably around 3. I woke up. I tried really hard to go back to sleep. I think while I was going back to sleep, I had this experience where I felt the blankets being pulled off of my feet. And I had a loud, like, auditory hallucination of the sound of a train on the train tracks, and there weren't any train tracks around where we were staying. I just heard that, and I saw a person forming against the wall where I was laying. I mean, I think I felt a female presence, and I felt that her visual form was like her form was coming together in front of me, and I was struggling really hard to come to like wake up, to make it go away. And I'm a person who struggles with sleep paralysis. I have it all of the time. I have it, I don't know, I've had it since I was a child. I know how to recognize it. I know what's happening, and I attribute it to sleep paralysis, this experience. But this is also the closest experience I've ever had to like an actual ghost, or like, I don't know, it just felt so weird. And when I finally pulled myself out of it, you know, I woke up my boyfriend, and I was afraid to look at the wall where I was focused, where I was lying before. I don't know. I really don't know what to make of it. I don't know what to call it. And so I felt a little weird about calling you, but like, it wasn't the same as my other sleep paralysis experiences that I've had. It felt female, and it felt like there was a ghost in the room. And I don't really believe that dead people come back in a different form. I love to hear ghost stories. I believe other people's ghost stories, and I want to change my mind about that. But right now, in my own personal experience, I kind of just like think that my brain was being crazy, but I don't really know how to account for what happened last night. And just thought I would pass that story along to you guys. I really love your podcast. Thanks.
All right, I have a little test for Kara.
Okay.
Kara, if you're listening, I think your story was bullshit, and I don't believe you.
Oh, hell yeah.
And if you had a negative reaction to that, then it was real.
Oh, that's a good test,
right?
Good test.
That's a good test.
That's like my thing. If like I'd rather someone give me a choice I don't like, so I understand that that helps me make a choice.
Yeah.
I've never ever in my life thought that someone was pulling my sheets
No,
out. And
that's the scary.
No.
That's so
a
scary.
human forming.
Oh, human forming.
So scary.
I
Because
mean,
that doesn't sound like the part of her not being able to move, totally sleep paralysis.
Yeah.
But the blankies
No.
and the thing,
No.
like, that's so scary. And I think it might have been like a combo.
Yes. And I've been to Galveston. My grandpa, the patriarch of this home I've been talking about, his Navy ship is there, the USS Texas. And when we were there, it was almost hurricane weather, and it was like the whole ship was moving, and big like waves were coming up on the sidewalk.
Oh my God.
But Galveston, I had no idea it's just one big graveyard. That is fascinating.
Oh.
And I feel like, yes, you were visited by
I do
someone.
too.
like if that's not going to convince you, Kara.
Especially after
my
like doing the
gosh.
research and learning, like, oh God, there's so many dead bodies around us.
Yeah.
Like,
Also, I've told you before, Betsy, but you know how I fall asleep is I listen to ghost stories.
No, you
Yeah.
don't, Marcy. Why?
In fact, I've started doing an even weirder thing where I leave my phone on the charger and I turn it on Bluetooth and I put a little tiny speaker by my pillow and fall asleep to like ghost stories.
No, why?
I think that the murmuring of like voices it like helps me fall asleep.
Yeah. And you don't feel scared?
I can usually barely make them out. Like I'll be paying attention for a little bit.
It's
until,
like ASMR of ghost
until I
stories.
get too tired.
Wow.
And especially like, no offense to our listeners, I love hearing your stories, but sometimes when it's not like when it's not the host talking, like people just kind of like, there's a cadence of someone who's not used to performing that's like a little different. It just kind of lulls me a bit.
Oh, that's so
that sounds mean,
interesting.
right? But you know what I mean? Like it's just sort of like people trying to find words and talking a bit slower, that I'm like,
On like long flights and stuff, I'll put on podcasts. Just because like
chatter.
It's such a just a nice like calming chit chat.
Yeah, totally.
Makes me calm and kind of sleepy.
Yeah.
Marcy, has this affected your dreams?
Yeah, do you have dreams about ghosts?
No, I mean, no. I feel like I have like the mildest of stress dreams all the time.
Oh yeah, your brakes don't work.
Yeah. Oh no.
I get that. I have that one a lot.
Oh, that's really
in
scary.
my car.
Oh, Betsy, that's so scary.
Yeah, it sucks.
I have like a
Ooh.
like just like misplaced item things like that. Nothing, very mild.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jocelyn, this has been I cannot
perfect.
believe how many stories you gave us.
Oh, I just love
was
this podcast, you guys.
awesome.
I'm
Oh my
so
God.
excited to be
Thank you
Thanks
here.
for coming
so
on.
much. Tell people without giving away your home address where they can find you.
I would say I'm most active on Instagram. In fact, I should tell your listeners I'm about to spend a week in New Orleans. So if anybody has New Orleans ghost recommendations, I'd love to get a little spooky down there.
Yeah.
Awesome.
You
New
have
Orleans is
many.
the
I
best.
have some, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll tell you.
Instagram, I'm Jocelyn DeBoer. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then check out.
Oh, and every Sunday I perform with the funniest people in Los Angeles. In search history.
It used to be Frankie
Yes.
at 11 p.m. on Sunday nights. I was teeing you up for greener grass, but
Look for greener grass. It's coming.
Yeah, it is.
Jocelyn, thank you so much.
Oh, thanks, you guys.
Oh, yeah. Thank you so much for listening to A Funny Feeling.
If you have a paranormal experience that you would like to share, please send us a voice memo, or you can email us just a letter at funnyfeelingpod@gmail.com. I'm Marcy.
I'm Betsy, and don't shit your pants.
That was a HeadGum podcast.